What's up, YouTube? HTJ here, and I am coming at you guys today with another bit of update for my Harpie deck. It's coming along a little bit by a little bit, and I did a lot of checking up on my last one, and I really enjoyed how it was built, how it was set up. Um, I did some changes. Like, did some changes to make sure it could flow a little better and really not have to rely so much on having to run Harpie laces as much as it needs to, in quotations. So, yeah, let's get started. So for my monster lineup, it's pretty hefty monster lineup still. I'm running 3 copies of Harpie Perfumer, 3 Chandler, 3 Harpist, 3 Oracle, uh, 2 Harpie Lady, 1 Cyber Harpie Lady, and then 1 Queen, 1 Dancer, and 1 Harpie Lady Sisters. So that is it for the main deck monsters. For my spells, I am running 3 copies of Hysteric Sign, 2 copies of Harpie's Hunting Ground, 1 copy of Elegant Egotist, 1 copy of Triangle Ecstasy Spark, 1 copy of Harpie's Feather Rest, 1 copy of the Alluring Mirror Split, 1 Twin Twister, 1 Regeki, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Monster Reborn. I was about to say 1 Twister. No, Twin Twister. So that is all my spells. And then for my trap lineup, I'm running 3 copies of Harpie's Feather Storm, 2 copies of Hysteric Party, 2 copies of Powerful Rebirth, and 2 copies of Red Reboot. So that is it for the main deck. For the extra, I'm running 1 copy of Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, 1 copy of Tornado Dragon, 2 copies of Lightning Chidori, 1 copy of Castel, 1 copy of Ice Beast Zero Fine, 1 copy of Abyss Dweller, 1 copy of Exciton Knight, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Babushka, the Terribly Tired Tape Eater, a full set of Great Fly, 1 Deco Talker, and 1 Firefighting Daruma Doll. So that's pretty much it for the main and the extra. So there has been a few changes, as you can obviously see. Some more beneficial than others, but a lot of explaining has to be done. So I pretty much am going to set it up like this. This is pretty much what I like to call the Harpie Big Five. Why do I call it the Harpie Big Five? Well, because these monsters are either searching for cards in the deck, they are summoning cards in the deck, or they are helping prepare to summon cards in the deck. And these literally are your big engine. Note, just before I go into anything, that Queen, Chandler, Dancer, Harpist, Perfumer, Oracle are all treated as Harpie Lady the new text now states their names become Harpie Lady while they're on the field or in the graveyard. That is the latest update since our version of Sisters of the Rose, where we got Perfumer and Oracle, the reprint for Queen, and Harpie Lady Sisters are in there. So that is the updated text to them, and the OCG does have the updated text for Chandler, Harpist, and Dancer. In addition to that, let's just talk about the big 5 now. So like I said, these monsters either search for things in the deck, special summon, have the effects to search for cards to special summon, or just keep components to search for cards. So we'll start off with the big one, and that is Harpie Perfumer. She pretty much will search for any specific spell or trap that has or includes Harpie Lady Sisters in its text. So that is the range of Harpie's Hunting Ground, Elegant Egotist, Triangle Ecstasy Spark, Harpie's Feather Rest, and Alluring Mirror Split. If I was running Harpie Lady Elegance, that would be the next card. And then, of course, Cyber Shield, Harpie Lady Phoenix Formation, or 2 more additional cards that we add to this pile. So we make a pile of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards that can be potentially searched for. I think 8. I'm probably missing a card or 2. Yeah. Hunting Ground, Ego, Triangle, Feather Rest, Alluring Mirror, Harpie Lady, Elegance, Harpie Lady Phoenix formation, and Cyber Shield. So 8 cards. They can be searched. The big thing about this is, like I said, she searches for these cards. If you control level 5 or higher Harpie, then you can search for 2 cards instead, but they have to share different names. Now, what does that include? Well, Harpie Lady Sisters, because they're level 6 or higher. They're level 5 or higher Harpie monster. Harpie Channeler, if you control a dragon type monster, her level changes from 4 to 7. From 4 to 7. So using that option if you're running the dragon engine. And then this little tech card. I was going to wait till I got to the traps, because I'm going to explain more in depth of that. But it's an additional help thanks to this card, Powerful Rebirth. What this trap card does is you special summon a monster from your graveyard that's level 4 or lower. The monster then increases its level by 1, and its attack and defense are increased by 100. If this card is if the monster that was special summoned by this card is destroyed, is it destroyed? Yeah, it's destroyed. Destroy this card. So there's no backdrop to it if it's destroyed. It's just summoning the monster. What you do with this card is you summon Harpie. You summon any Harpie Lady, and then you either normal summon or special summon Perfumer. You can even summon Perfumer off of this card's effect, and then be able to search for the multiple cards. It was a decision that I wanted to make. I did see Harpie King talking about this card, and it was an old card that I ran before because I run it on Duel Links when I play my Harpie deck. I was running it in one of the Wind Witch decks that I played, and I was also running it a little bit further back when the card had came out. But this card shows a lot more promise now with Harpies because you can get any of your level 4 or lower, bring it to the field, and they're level 5. So with Perfumer, you can search for these cards. With Oracle, you can special summon her because you'll control level 5 or higher Harpie through her own effect. And I'll get to Oracle in just a second. But that is pretty much what the big bonus that I wanted from this deck was to be able to, if I can't get to Sisters or I lose Sisters, I have an option to summon a monster at a higher level without having to run Dragon. And I don't want to brick any more than I already possibly can because, well, I'm running Harpie Lady Sisters. So next we'll move on to Harpie Channeler. And Channeler has the ability to summon all of her Harpie kin from the deck to the field, except for herself. Which, have you seen the options we got for all the Harpie monsters that we can summon? Look at them. We have Oracle, Perfumer, Channeler, Oracle, Harpies, Perfumer, Queen, Dancer, Harpie Lady and her variations, and the Dragons. The only thing that you can't summon off of Harpie Channeler is a copy of herself, because you can't monk into another monster. And then Harpie Lady Sisters, because they have to properly be summoned by Elegant Egotist first before you can summon them any other way possible. So that's why Channeler is still one of the best options in this deck, and she has so much utility, she has so much versatility, and literally all you're doing is discarding a Harpie card to summon another Harpie monster. Thanks to monsters like Harpies, you can easily search for her. You have Hysteric Party, you have Alluring Mirror Split, so she has ways to benefit from this deck, from this as well. Now let's move on to Harpies, who pretty much is just your big search. She can search for Perfumer, Oracle, Harpie Lady 1, Harpie Dancer, Harpie Lady 2 or 3. I know no one runs them, but they are some options. And then you can easily search for you can easily use her other effect, which is the bounce of wind monster you control, a winged beast monster you control, and the face-up monster your opponent controls back to hand. Most people probably don't use that effect unless you're fighting with Harpie Dancer and Divine Wind, and then when she comes out, Harpie Conductor for the TCG. So you're going to have a lot of things to benefit from her first effect. But her second effect is what a lot of people use her for, because you can discard her with Channeler or you discard her with Hysteric Party, and you can search from there to during the end phase. And there's a lot of great combos with Harpies when it comes to just summoning monsters, using her for link material, using her for exceed material. The Harpie Oracle. Now, a lot of people are asking, why did I bump her to 3 and drop 1 Harpie Sisters? And the reason why is because I love the recovery that she gives for all these Harpie Lady Sister text cards. And the fact that you have her and she can have so much of that utility is just amazing. She's not the Harpie dancer. Let's put it that way. She's not a Harpie dancer. And by that I mean she doesn't relegate her once per turn as bad as Harpie dancer, because Harpie dancer is like, okay, once a turn, additional normal summon. That's cute. But you get a special summon off of Oracle if you control level 5 or higher Harpie. And you can link into something. You can exceed into something. Like Oracle, even though she is a Skarm, like Harpies, she still has that versatility in which you have a way to summon her without having to use so much, or waste a Chandler to summon her. And she gets back a card during the end phase. So there's your big benefit from that. Then we're moving on to Harpie Queen. Although Harpie Queen relatively is only used to search for Harpie's hunting ground, she sets up for Hysteric Party. She sets herself up for Luring Mirror Split secondary effect, which to summon a Harpie from the graveyard if it's destroyed. She can be summoned off of Chandler. She can be discarded off of Chandler. And, she is your 19 beat stick of this deck. So, like I said, even though she may not be the biggest search monster for the Harpie archetype, she's one of the big five. And deck thinning is essential in any deck that has a lot of searching and wants to get a lot of its power pieces together. So, alright, so I've talked about the big five. Let's talk about the rest of the Harpie Lady cast. Cyber Harpie Lady and Harpie Lady 1. I wanted to give an additional beater to the Harpie Lady engine, so I kept in the one Cyber Harpie. Harpie Lady 1 is just the attack power. Harpie 2 negates flip effects when she destroys the monster by battle. That's the problem. She has to destroy the monster by battle to negate the effects. And Harpie Lady 3, well, she's practically just used for dual links at that point, where she stops the monster from attacking for 2 turns. I mean, it's okay, but it's just very situational, and it doesn't work a lot with a lot of decks. Especially with a lot of things now, where you can link summon a monster away. You can, you can break your own monster and get benefits from it, or your monster is just unaffected by card effects. So most people just run for the attack power of Cyber Harpie Lady. The additional attack power given from Harpie Lady 1, or you play Vanilla Harpie Lady. And with Vanilla Harpie Lady, you're really just using her for cards like Inferno Reckless Summon. You're using her to summon a lot of Link Spider to link into other things as well. So that's pretty much the essentials there. But I'm just running the Cyber Harpie and the Harpie Lady 1s. And then Harpie Dancer. As though Dancer is not as free-flowing as she used to be, Dancer is still relatively the most mundane because, well, she bounces back the Harpie monster, a wind monster, to give you additional normal summon. So she is good for the recovery, dealing with a lot of nasty effects, and just overall, although it's only one of her, she still isn't a bad monster. It's just she's flown out of time. Next up is the Harpie Lady Sisters, and being that a lot of this new support circulates around their name, what's wrong with not running one? It's an egotist target. It's one of the biggest egotist targets you have, and you set up combos with her for days. You guys seen a lot of things I've talked about with Harpie Lady Sisters, and I'm just glad to have one of my favorite Harpie cards in the game playable again, and have so much things circulated around them. I wouldn't be surprised if the next batch of Harpie cards help in support Harpie's Pet Dragon, getting dragon monsters to the board. Finally getting those Harpie winged beasts that can either change their type or change their level, or get a dragon that can manipulate its own level. And I'd love to see that, especially because we all know Luring Mirror Split teased a dragon in the background. So, maybe that was just Harpie's Pet Dragon to fit into the whole allure of it. Or, that was a new Harpie dragon monster. And we still have Conductor coming out soon, so I know a lot of people are waiting for that. Moving on to the spells, the biggest spell that Harpies have in terms of search power is the Hysteric Sign. This is something you want to run in multiples because you want to see it as much as possible. You want to either get your Elegant Egotist so you can summon your Harpie Lady or Sisters, or you want to send it from your hand and field to the graveyard to get this search for 3 Harpie cards during the end phase. Note that you can't do both of those effects during the same turn, and up to 3 Harpie cards that you get through this effect can't share the same name. But you have so many targets with this, like you have trap cards, you have spells, and you have monsters. So we have a ton of benefits from this card, and a ton of things to discard, like Hysteric Sign. You can blow up with Hunting Ground. You You can send it away with Twin Twister. You can blow it up with Twin Twister. So I made sure my options in my sections were highly utilized. Speaking of Harpie's hunting ground, let's talk about the field spell of the Harpie Ladies. So when the conductor of the summon of Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sister selects a spell or trap on the field and destroys it, which pretty much turns your Harpie Ladies into walking MSTs for their normal or special summon. Although the little payoff is 200 additional attack and defense to all winged beast monsters, a little bit of increase in attack and defense can go a long way. Ask a lot of decks who have their field spells similar to this, in which they have used and abused it. Also, they probably do have additional effects, but still, it may be a small effect, but it's still a useful and a viable effect overall. And you have a ton of things to search for it. Perfumer, Queen, Oracle can retrieve it, Hysteric Sign can give it. So you're not losing out on this card, even if it gets destroyed by its own card effect. The Alluring Mirror Split. Let's talk about Harpie's new continuous spell. When Harpie Lady or Sisters is destroyed by battle, you summon a Harpie monster whose original name is different from the one that was destroyed. Bright side to this is that even though your Harpies are treated as Harpie Lady become Harpie Lady while on the graveyard, you can still go to get the other cards from this. This helps with so many things. If you're running dragons, Harpie's Pet Baby Dragon, Harpie's Pet Dragon, this helps you with that. Then you can combo with the Elegant Harpie Ladies and Harpie Lady Sisters back to the deck, and then get 2 more Harpies, and your Baby Dragon can benefit from there. You have Harpie's Pet Dragon, who can just sit there as a defensive wall. You can get your Harpie Oracle, Perfumer, Dancer, all of that from the graveyard or from the deck with this. And if you Harpie with your own Harpie card effect, you can summon a Harpie monster from your graveyard. So bonuses there. And if your opponent destroys it, you get that effect as well. So a lot of things that interact with both your opponent's destroying this card and your Harpie card effect destroying it. So I can't wait for Harpie Conductor, because she's going to destroy it and then get that effect off as well, by protect your Harpie monsters in that sense as well. Harpie's Feather Rest. I know a lot of people love and hate this card. It's pretty much our pot of average. Send 3 Harpie Lady or Sisters back to the deck, shuffle, draw a card. If you control level 5 or higher Harpie monster, when this card is activated, you draw 2 cards instead. The other downside to this is its last effect. During the turn you've activated this card, you can only summon wind monsters, but my extra deck just proved wind has a ton of stuff. Wind has a ton of synchro support, wind has a ton of seed support, wind has a ton of link support. So you don't have to fret about that. Even though we don't have Conductor, we still have Great Fly, we still have access to Chidori, Castell. You have a lot of range with your extra deck, even if you're going to be limited to wind. Mind you, there are other cards in this game that limit you to other attributes or specific types through their own effects. So, like Mirage Dahlia links you to fire only. What does Harpie's Feather Rest do? Link you to only wind monster summons. So, never fret that. And Oracle can get this card, Perfumer can search for it, and because it has Harpie in its name, Harpie's Hunting Ground. Hysteric Sign can search for it. Let's move on to the multiplication of the Harpie Ladies. The A spell, Elegant Egotist. Special summoning Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters from your hand or deck while a Harpie Lady is on the field. So, yeah, the Elegant is only need 1 because, well, you run Perfumer and Oracle and you run Hysteric Sign. So, no need to run the multiples of it when you have a ton of cards to search. Heck, I was even running one of it when I was running 2 Harpie Lady Sisters, a Cyber Harpie and 2 Harpie Lady Ones. So, the search really does help in the recovery as well. I'm still rocking the one Triangle Ecstasy Spark. Why? Because this shuts down your opponent's trap cards. It makes your Harpie Lady Sisters a straight 2700, and they can run over stuff. Because of Oracle and Perfumer, I can go get this card and not have to worry. Like, this is a really old school card. And I know a lot of people don't like this card because of how it's worded. But, hey, listen, if I can get a beat stick out of my Harpie Lady Sisters for a turn, and then I don't have to deal with spells and trap, I don't have to deal with my opponent's trap cards, I'm running this card, and I'm going to try to make it as beneficial as possible. So, that is the Triangle Ecstasy Spark, the attack card of the Harpie Lady Sisters. And then, pretty much my supporting cast from there is just Twin Twister, Raigeki, Dark Hole. Raigeki and Dark Hole remove monsters. I can discard a card for Twin Twister to remove back row. Really good against the Ultra Geist, especially when you can chain it to Secret Fields of Spellcasters. And then Monster Reborn is Monster Reborn. So that's the last of the spells. Moving on to the trap cards. Offense and defense in the form of Harpie's Featherstorm and Hysteric Party. I did drop Hysteric Party to 1 just because I wanted to fit in the powerful rebirth. If I haven't already stated it, I just use this card really to either combo with Conductor or combo with either Perfumer, or combo it with Oracle. I know it is a stretch of a card. I should rather just be running 3 party, but here's the thing. If I can benefit from searching for cards or retrieving cards, I'm going to do it as much as I possibly can. I know it does suck that I'm only running 2 party, but in other builds, I do run the 3 party and don't run that just because I probably run multiple sisters. I run Pet Dragon, so that's why. But in this type of situation, for a lot of those players who want to just run a rank 4 setup, here's one of your biggest options to run, because it's a card that Harpies can destroy and not lose their monster, and Perfumer and Oracle can benefit from this card as well. Hysteric Party, Harpie's big push play, all in one card. A return from different dimension for the Harpie ladies. Like I said, Queen, Chandler, Oracle, Perfumer, Harpist, Dancer. They're all treated as Harpie Lady while they become Harpie Lady while they're still in the graveyard. Cyber Harpie, Harpie Lady 1, 2, 3, and Vanilla Harpie Lady. That is your big power card with this card. You can discard your Hysteric Sign, you can discard your Harpie Harpist. You have plays for days with that card. And then to defend all of your plays for days is Harpie's Featherstorm. To negate those nasty hand traps, to deal with those nasty monster effects that will resolve on the field, graveyard, wherever they're trying to resolve, Featherstorm is going to negate it. The only downside to this is that we don't have Harpie's Feather Duster, because if this card was destroyed by an opponent's card effect while in the selling trap zone, you can add Harpie's Feather Duster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So fingers crossed if the next list we get it. If not, well, hey, we still got a lot of benefits from this. I was disappointed though that this card was the super to replace Harpie's Feather Duster. I would have loved to see a reprint of Duster at least once, even though I've seen a lot of other cards get reprinted and not get unbanned. I just feel like Duster got the short end of the stick. So that's the 3 of them. And then the other card that I'm running in the deck, of course, is Red Reboot, to counter a lot of counter traps, and in its own hand trap in itself, where you can activate from your hand, but you have to pay half your life points. It forces your opponent to not only negate the card that they did, but they can't activate any other trap cards, and they're forced to set a trap card after this card resolves. So, and can't activate that either, which is amazing. So it helps with Harpies so well because you can Honey Ground and then pop those cards. So that's the main deck. I know this is a long video, but hey, I got a lot of information to get out. My standard lineup, I think I've told you guys this before: Castel, Chidori, Ice Beast, Tornado Dragon, and Phantasmal. When it comes to the Harpie Lady engine, here it is. This is one of the biggest toolboxes I can suggest to anyone. You got your wind monsters, so you're not locked out of Harpie's Feather. That's its effect. You have a great winged beast in the form of Zero Fine. You can run 2 if you feel the option to. She helps so much with negating your opponent's card effects, and then that boost she gains for every face-up card on the field. And then Castel, just like Chidori, can send stuff back to the deck. Unlike Chidori, he can shuffle it into the deck, so it does prevent a problem if they draw into whatever it was, but hopefully by then they wasted all the materials to play the card. Then you have Lightning Chidori, who can send set cards to the bottom of the deck, and then send a face-up card on the field back to the deck. Tornado Dragon can help destroy cards during the standby phase, during the main phase, just whatever spell or traps you want to destroy. Tornado Dragon can help with that. It's not an actual dragon; it's a Yerm, so Chandler's level won't change. Then we talk about one of the ever faithful servants. We have Harpie's Pet Phantasmal, just a really good ace card for the Harpie archetype when it comes to the extra deck. Till we get Conductor, and Conductor and Phantasmal Dragon. Just an amazing combination between the 2 of them, because she can protect him from cards like Servants of Tribute, Dark Hole, Raigeki, and he's going to protect her from cards like Effect Veiler and all that would negate, that would try to target her in battle stuff as well. So that is that portion of my extra deck, and then moving on to the rest of it. Abyss Dweller is to deal with the graveyard effects, because those are starting to pop up now, thanks to Salamangreat. Widespread Destruction in the form of the chainable but chaining and Excite Evil Swarm Exciton Knight. I was about to call him something else. And then you have Gaga Cowboy for that 800 points of damage, because time damage, from what I've seen in the last tournament, yeah, it's going to be very, very needed. And then we have Babushka. I know a lot of people don't like to stall out, but if you have the option to do such, go for it. And Babushka helps with that. And then once you switch to attack mode, you can just do all the plays you need to. The last couple of monsters in the deck are the set of Great Fly. I know a lot of people don't like me running a set of this, but if I can get recovery and power bonus, I'm going to do it and take advantage of it. Other than that, the Rumadal, in the same sense, it's a combination for wind and winged beast. That's really much what this deck tries to strive for, just making up for a lot of those lost causes. With the Rumadal, he can just select the Stellar Trap on both players' fields and destroy it, so it helps me clear off the board there. Then, when he attacks a monster and destroys it by battle, I can add a Winged Beast, Beast Warrior, or Beast-type monster that's been banished or in the graveyard back to my hand. So, when I'm dealing with those nasty removal cards, this is some perfect help. Great Fly will get my monster from the graveyard when it's destroyed by battle or card effect, and I can add it to my hand. And like I said, that 500 additional attack and defense is so worth it. And then I have Decode Talker. I don't have Barrel Sword Dragon, I don't have Barrel Loader Dragon, so I'm running with the best of it. And it's still a really good extra deck monster. It protects your cards from being targeted by cards sending a card that it points to the graveyard, and it gains 300 attack and defense. No, 300 attack for every card it points to. So that is pretty much it for this deck profile. I know it's a long one, I do understand, but hey, I get a lot of my information out. That's all that really matters. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I will catch you guys next time. HBJ signing out. Take care.